What's up, good people? Welcome back to One Off Builds. Today I'm bringing you a little installment of projects and podcasts. This should be episode 4. I wanted to be doing this much more often. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. I've been getting out projects, but I haven't been able to put a video or me talk to the project because I've been so busy. And not just busy with projects, but busy with life. Y'all know how it go. Before I get started, I wanted to bring you a little story time for today. If you guys watch me at all, see anything that I have on, I try to have something on that represents my culture, my people. And today was, well, we're not going to say who it is. Today was this individual. So, story time. I go to the store and there's 2 security guards out front. And, they check me or whatever. And they say, have a nice day and whatnot on the way in. And so I rap with them. They was cordial. We just rap. And one dude says, "Hey, man, I got to tell you something. I love your shirt." I said, "Oh, man, I appreciate you. I'm going in. On the way in, the dude say, his coworker's an older gentleman. He's like, "That cat don't know who is on your shirt." I was like, "There's no possible way he don't know who this is." He's like, "Man, I know who that is." The cat's like, "I know who that is." I'm thinking, of course he know who it is. Everybody know who it is. Everybody. So I go do what I got to do in the store. I come back out. The older security guard tells me, he's like, "You're not going to believe this." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "You do know who he thinks is on your shirt?" And I'm like, "Yeah, there's only one person you could think is on my shirt." He's like, he thought it was Mike Tyson. We lost it. We fell out laughing. He's like, now the younger cat, he's not that young. He like 30. So it don't matter how old you are. You know who this is. He says, "Oh, man, I had never seen that picture before." I'm like, "Okay, you never seen a picture, but I'm thinking you seen the face." You know what I'm saying? He said, "Yeah, this is Mike Tyson." And the old dude's like, "See, I told you he didn't know who he was." Then he hit me with, he said, I bet he know who Butterbean is." Now the young cat looked like Butterbean. So he was just making a reference, like he probably know who that is because he looks similar to him. And I said, "Nah, he probably don't know who Butterbean is either." And we had a good laugh about it and went on about our day. But that's just something that happened today, me wearing this. This is, of course, Muhammad Ali, the greatest. Needs no introduction. But it was just a funny moment. On to the next. I'm doing the projects and podcasts because I've started to shoot more of my content, actually, shoot each thing I make. Like sometimes I shoot just the item, like in the beginning stages and maybe a couple of shots through, because it's just so much more time consuming to shoot the project and also position the camera and then shoot it again and charge the camera if needed or charge my phone if needed and all of that kind of stuff. It's just more work. So just to get the project done. Like if I just wanted to make this hat, it takes long enough. You know what I mean? Like if I wanted to I made this bag recently, this Ben Roethlisberger. I have a show coming up or an event coming up where I'm selling some items at a school event. So I'm making a couple of items just to have to show and sell at that event. But it takes long enough to make each item, period. Not to shoot it as well. So shooting it is a whole different animal. And so today I was able to get some of my video from this project together. And, I edited it a little bit, edited it down enough to get it to about a 10-minute video. And that's long enough, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, long enough for YouTube to post a video. So I don't want to make it too short. I've also made a couple of shorts That, if it's like a straight short, that's a minute, maybe a minute and a half. But these projects and podcasts, of course, have to be a little bit longer. So I didn't really have anything for projects and podcasts to talk about. So I could just talk about my Lakers a little bit. We are, I think, March 11th or 12th today. So in the last couple of weeks, my Lakers been on a nice little stretch. And I think they're 8-2 in the last 10, but the last 2 that they dropped were to some pretty heavy teams. They lost 1 to Boston and one other squad too. But they've been looking pretty good since AD is gone. I have an AD up here somewhere. Since AD left and Luka came. Luka came to the squad. He's got us energized, really energized. I mean, Brian is going crazy, and our supporting cast has been. They've gotten more opportunity actually lately. They've really gotten an opportunity to show what they're made of, and not just Connect and Reeves, but down the line a little bit. We've been using a lot of the roster. A couple of guys are hurt. Rui's hurt right now. I'm hoping he'll be back within the next couple of weeks or so. I hope we don't have to wait to the playoffs to get him back. But if we do, it'll be all right because he'll get more rest that way. But everybody's getting a chance to play. Jamison is getting a chance to play and really show, trying to show that he belongs and putting his body in there as a big man. So I've really liked the heart that we've shown. I'm not sure we have all the pieces where we need them yet, but with higher caliber teams, they provide a real challenge for us because really in the middle we don't have a big like we've had in the past. Not a Powell, not a Shaq, not that type of big. We don't have a big like that anymore. So a lot of our bigs right now are rim runners, and Jackson Hayes has been getting a lot of the minutes. And the pick and roll and the rim running that they've got him doing, especially with Luka playing the style of ball that he plays, it allows a lot more action down low. So, they got to pick up Luka. They really got to pick up Luka half court, but if they pick him up 15, 20 feet, he's nifty enough with the ball that when he get a little bit of space down low and somebody cut slash, he can get them to rock. So, and we can see that with how LeBron is playing. LeBron off the ball. We really are seeing a different LeBron. I don't know. He been playing like amazing lately. So hopefully he can keep that up for the playoffs and he'll be refreshed. Maybe he'll get a couple of extra minutes, a game where he doesn't have to play as many minutes per game. That would be nice when we start rolling down into the playoffs a little bit. Maybe JJ will take the foot off the gas and let LeBron rest. And LeBron really don't want to rest. I know that, but we're going to need him all playoffs and get everybody some burn because everybody getting burned, but playoff ball is different ball. So that's a little bit on my Lakers. They've really shown me a little bit that they got a little fire. They have an opportunity this year to do something. And the West is the West. Even though Golden State looked like they were kind of out, they look like they got a puncher's choice right now. And then you got OKC. You've got a couple of teams in the West. I mean, even with Dallas, AD went down, but they was looking all right before he went down. He was only there for a couple of days before he went down. But on paper, Dallas looked like they could make some noise because we lost a piece, a big, and they lost a piece in Luka. But it seemed like both pieces is what the swap is what each team needed. So that's just a little bit on the Lake Show. Hopefully they'll put a couple of more wins together, keep their second seed. They're in the second seed in the East right now, if I'm not mistaken, unless their last two drops put them down to third. But they're second seed in the East, and if they keep that spot, I mean, nobody wants to play them in the West. Nobody want to play them at all, but nobody's going to want to play them in the West. So we're going to look forward to the playoffs, and hopefully they make a little bit of noise, maybe bring another ring back to LA. I appreciate you guys watching Projects and Podcasts. I appreciate you guys supporting One Off Builds. Come back and see me. Peace.